Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. Today for our pre-recorded video, we'll be sharing our hybrid rocket engine project and discuss what it takes to send a rocket up.
In our everyday lives, we have to get around our hometowns, whether it's to go to school, see our friends, or even get the foods that we like. So, how do you usually get to the grocery store?
If we want to get to the store quickly, we use a car. Why? For one, it can reach speeds up to 300 miles per hour, which means that we can get to our cosmic brownies as soon as possible. But what lets it do that? If you guessed engine, you're right. The engine creates mini explosions, a process which engineers call combustion, and this creates the energy for the car's wheels to turn. This then lets us drive to the store to get our cosmic brownies and all of our other favorite space treats.
But what does getting to the grocery store have to do with flying to space? Just like how car engines let us drive here on land, we use rocket engines to help us lift off from Earth into outer space. The difference being, though, that rockets have way bigger engines, and they work a bit distinctively.
Engines produce something called thrust, and this thrust is the force that lifts a rocket up, and that takes a bit more than your car needs to move forward. Your typical car can produce 120 horsepower of thrust, whereas an average rocket engine produces 37 million horsepower. That's 300,000 times more powerful than the car. So why is it so powerful? It's because of the fuel that rockets use. Different space missions use different types of fuel depending on how far they want to get and how efficient they want to be. The first two popular types are solid and liquid, which match the states of matter that they were named after. Sometimes these exist on the same launch vehicle, just on different parts. For example, the Space Shuttle, which is the picture in the bottom right corner, has booster engines which use solid fuel and the main engines which use liquid fuel. While both of these fuel types have been used many times over the history of spaceflight, engineers and scientists are now coming up with new ways to make fuel more efficient.
Even as students, we are working on the newest and coolest edge of propulsion, which is the hybrid engine. It's called hybrid because the fuel we use is solid, but the oxidizer is liquid. Just as we talked about combustion in cars, the same thing happens in our engine. In our hybrid engine, we use solid fuel and feed in the liquid oxidizer. This chemical reaction causes mini explosions that provide thrust for the rocket.
We're currently working on our engine to put in our high-power rocket, which you can see in videos later today. Big companies are working on hybrid engines to put into space planes and capsules to carry us even further into space. One team you can learn more about if you're interested is Virgin Galactic, which builds literal spaceships. They use the hybrid Rocket Motor 2 to fuel their Spaceship 2.
Whether it's spaceplanes or rockets or anything in between, propulsion is a fast-growing field that you can be a part of as rocket scientists. Thanks for joining us. We really hope you had fun. We're gonna rocket over to our live demo and we hope to see you there.
Oh, Robert's over there by the oxygen tank. He's gonna open up the tank and you're gonna hear oxygen flowing through the engine. Then we're gonna light this match. Christine's gonna ignite the engine, and then before that though, she's gonna tell you when to start counting down from 5, okay? So when Christine says so, start counting down from 5. Okay. After 5. Up or down?
5,
4, 3, 2, 1!
Woo!